Hey guys, I'm Jody.
I'm Justin.
And we are Board Game Perspective. And I kind of thought of a new video series we might try. And if you've been around the channel for a while, you know that there have been many times where I'm like, oh, I need to get Justin to try this game. Oh, I really want Justin to play this game with me. There's been a lot of that. And typically they're larger, bigger, crunchier games because that's what I like. And I'm like, oh, I want Justin to try it at least once. Well, this is the video series for that. We are going over 5 different, bigger, crunchier games to him that I got him to play. And he's going to go rank them from dislike to possibly like.
Yeah. AKA the video of the game she had to really convince me to play in order to do this series.
So, there's been a lot of games where I'm like, you gotta at least play it just one time with me. You never know, you might be surprised. With some of them, I was pretty sure he wasn't gonna like it, but I want him to experience some of my favorite games just at least once. So, we're going to do 5 games. We're going to try to do this series, occasionally, but I don't know how frequent it's going to be because I can't, get him to play.
Remember, she has to convince me to play these games.
And I don't want to just burn him out, with a bunch of games he may not like.
Thank you.
We're going to start with 5 games. And let's start with, so we're going from dislike, or I guess we should say dislike to possibly like.
We're going from least like to most in that order, and I'll kind of explain to what extent I did or didn't like them.
All right, so let's start with the number 5.
Number
Bring it
5,
out.
as in the least liked of these 5 games. It is this monstrosity of a box of, I have no idea if there's
this is the galactic box.
There's bricks in this thing or something. It's not even a game. It's just so heavy.
There is a lot of stuff in here. There's minis. There's all kinds of goodness in this game. So I've gotten to play this multiple times. I really like it. I suckered him into playing it at least one time with me.
One's enough. We'll just say that. I did not enjoy this at all. I don't think 4X type stuff is my cup of tea.
Well, this is also, Justin, this is a very large game. There are
a lot of other boxes up there on that shelf.
Yes, but also really crunchy. This is crunchier than some of my other 4X games. So just keep in mind, some of the other ones might be okay, but this one, yes, this is pretty big and epic.
This is the one that almost makes me not want to play any more of those games ever.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is a large space 4X game. This is gigantic. And this one has the minis, so you got civilization tracks. You're doing some battle with Voidborn fleets, which are kind of neutral, and possibly players. There are different scenarios, so you can have scenarios with high interaction, or I guess aggression, and low aggression and complexity. So if you don't want much interaction with players, you can set up like that, and you're mainly battling Voidborn fleets. And there's just, oh my gosh, let me say, this is a ginormous table hog. I set this up for 3 players. I could barely fit stuff in. I don't know how people can play with 4. Well, I guess I just need a bigger table. But yes, so this is an epic game, and I got him to play. And the verdict is, I knew this was going to be a one and done for him. But I'm like, you've got to try some of my favorite games just at least once.
Yeah, she still submitted me to the suffering.
So, that is Voidfall. I got him to play it. I feel like that's just thank you.
Alright, next on the list, going from to okay, is this other big box game right over here. This is called Tamashii
Chronicle of Ascend. This is a large box, but it's not as crunchy as Voidfall. Voidfall is big. So this one is a fully cooperative adventure board game, and it's a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk world, and there are different scenarios. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Unsettled a bit, where you have different tasks that you have to do throughout the scenario. We've only played the intro tutorial, so I don't know how much you can really decide if you like it, but what are your thoughts just from that first play?
On the scale of please don't ever do this to me again to okay, that was really good. This is one that I would say, okay, since it was just a tutorial version, I would potentially consider
You didn't hate it when
trying
we were
it
playing.
again. I didn't hate it.
Because it has that pattern, like you're trying to make patterns with, I forgot what they're called, tokens, and activating stuff through the different patterns.
Yeah.
And it's cooperative, and I don't know, it's really not that hard, not that complex. It's a big production.
No, it was, I would say, pretty straightforward in the way that it played. I'd be willing to give it another chance to see what I think.
Okay. So stay tuned for that, because that will happen. All right. What's next?
All right, moving on. Now we're, so...
Are we into the highly dislike, or are we starting to enter into possibly like territory?
Well, let me give a little background here because this is the South Tigris series, right? So there are other games such as the
West Kingdom
and
trilogy.
Paladins of the West Kingdom, Viscounts of the West Kingdom, those games. I didn't like that series. And this is it gives me the same vibes, obviously, because it's the same, designers, same publisher, and the art looks the same. I love the art on all of these, but it's still just like, I didn't like the gameplay on those, so I wasn't real sure about this.
Now, I will say I wanted him to try this with me because the theme, it's about translating, and there is a lot of like color combinations, like which I'm deficit in. We've decided I don't know my color wheel.
Jody isn't, yeah.
So there was that going for it. So I thought he might be interested. So, what do you think about this?
This one works. I liked it.
So we've now moved into the liked territory.
Yeah. So out of the 5 games this is game number 3, and we're already in the liked territory. That means 3 of the 5 are gonna go in a good direction, and this is certainly one of them, and it gives me more hope.
More hope.
For these games that she keeps telling me, I have to get you to play this. And also she's told me that she wants me to play Wayfarers of the South Tigers,
which is the one before this.
Which came before this. I still haven't played that. I'm more willing to do so now. Because of this.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We will be reviewing this on our channel, so stay tuned soon for our final thoughts, and kind of overview on this. What?
Oh, nothing. You're so happy right now because I'm like, yeah, I like the game.
Okay, what's next? Because we're in the into the liked territory.
All right, this is the one that I probably resisted the longest, or for a good amount of time. She told me many times, you gotta try this. You gotta try this. It's different than any other game you've ever played.
It is.
I'm like, all right.
This one has tech trees.
So over and over again, she was telling me that I had to play Beyond the Sun.
Because this is, this looked kind of more crunchy and epic to you. Like, it was kind of daunting a little bit.
To me.
Yeah.
Well.
That's what this video is.
Yeah. It's those games that appear to me like they're just going to be awful. Yeah. But this one has turned out to be, I don't know yet where it's going to land in the list of top games, but
it'll be on your top 50.
It'll be in that list somewhere. And she's right. It was certainly a game that's not like anything that I've played with the tech tree and opening up new stuff and moving through
space exploration.
It was good. I liked it.
This is a great game.
I liked it a lot, and I was decent at it. I felt good about it when I was playing. Yeah, you beat me,
I think multiple times. This game features civilization building, innovative technology tree, resource management, high replayability, multiple paths to victory. Yeah. That's what the box says. Yeah. So that is Beyond the Sun. I am so excited. This has fallen into the liked category.
Yeah. Okay. The last one, number 5, which is the one that I most liked of these 5, and we've talked about, me and crunchy games generally don't go well together, but there's one category of crunchy games that I tend to like, which are crunchier roll and write type of games, and Twilight Inscription falls into that type of category, and I don't know what it is about games that have a lot of stuff on a piece of paper that you have to try and make connections and do all these different things to achieve your goals or whatever. I really like this game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to be up for playing this because this is based off of like TI4 Twilight Imperium 4th edition, where like the big epic space 4X game, and I was just like, I don't know if he's gonna want to play this or like this game, and sure enough he did, and very excited about that.
And I think I was more willing to play it because of the experience that I had with Hadrian's Wall.
I had 2 sheets. Sheets.
That had 2 sheets.
This one has 4.
There's 4 different sheets that you're like writing and stuff on, and when I was overwhelmed by Hadrian's Wall. This looked overwhelming at first, but then trying to piece it together and puzzle it together to see what works, to create what.
Yeah, this is a good game. I really like this game a lot.
I'm a huge fan of these crunchy rolling rights.
Yep.
I guess so.
Well, I'm happy to say that 3 out of the 5 fall into the light category, and 2. Well, 1 was like in the middle.
1 was I'd give it another chance.
Only 1 was like
no.
Which I'm not surprised with that one. I knew it was gonna be like that, but I'm like, just try it one.
She knew I would suffer.
So, which one of his rankings for him surprised you the most? I'm curious. I mean, like Voidfall, that was not a surprise. I mean, that was just like, yeah, he's not gonna like that. Yeah. So, which one were you surprised the most that he liked or disliked? I will say that I like them all. So that is the 5 games that I got him to play. And I was very excited to actually get him to play these, and I'm excited for the next 5. I don't know when the next chunk of this series will come out, but I already have on my agenda which games are next.
And I am still just as scared. Even though some of this was successful, I am still just as scared with what she has in store for me.
All right. Well, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.